He doesn't know it yet, and neither do we, but this kid's about to be a legend. He only has one team in mind when it comes to playing the game of college football, and that is at one of the most storied programs in football history, the University of Michigan. Coincidentally, also his hometown team. His amazing athleticism and incredible arm talent set him apart from every other quarterback in Michigan and started to shoot him up the national ranking ladder and turn him into a superstar. College teams were ready, and they started sending letters to this little house in Ann Arbor. But he only had one place in mind, and that was the big house. Not only for his college career, but to end his high school career in the most dramatic fashion possible. Aided by his proficient wide receiver core, this offense put up gaudy numbers. And any record that you can think of that falls under the category of passing, this team demolished it. Not only at the school level, but at the state level. And along with his arm talent, his athleticism also made college coaches drool, as he could escape defensive ends with his strength and then outrun corners with ease. When the playoffs rolled around, it was the same old for Ann Arbor as they continued to steamroll the competition. 42-3 in round 1 versus Tecumseh, 426 yards and 5 touchdowns for their star quarterback. And he didn't have to play the fourth quarter. Round 2, 62-7 versus Bridgeport with 433 yards and 7 touchdowns to go along with it in what was on paper the toughest matchup of the year. However, an early third quarter exit forced him to miss game 3. Then, the promised land. The Big House versus Forest Hills. He broke the huddle in awe for the first play of the game, and after a rough first quarter, he settled in nicely, going for 419 yards and 6 touchdowns in the season finale, and ultimately winning a state championship. In the biggest game of his career up to this point, he had cemented himself as one of the best prospects in the nation at the place where he hoped to call home for the next 4 years. However, that would not end up being the case. One wrong hit in a blowout game, and it was all over. All the big schools pulled their offers from this young man's table, and he signed with Western Michigan University. However, he was still grateful to have the opportunity to play Division I football, and he was chomping at the bit to have a shot at taking the starting quarterback job, when at a rainy practice, yet again, his career would take another leaping change. A massive concussion led to a lack of faith from his coaching staff at Western Michigan that he could stay healthy, and a transfer to North Texas. The nation viewed him as damaged goods, but the staff at North Texas wanted to take a chance on a highly touted recruit that they thought might be able to change their program for the better. However, once again, that was not the case. In an off-season training camp session, it would be another concussion that would ultimately lead to the end of a young and promising career. However, he had done enough in his short time at North Texas for his coaching staff to take notice. Instead of investing in him athletically, they invested in his knowledge, and they decided to make him a part of their coaching staff. What's up, everybody? And just like that, the story has begun. Welcome to the first episode of Gutter to Glory, the NCAA version. I streamed this a while ago. I had a couple different series going. But yeah, highly touted quarterback out of the state of Michigan. And now our coaching journey begins as one of the youngest coaches in the NCAA. Quickly, it didn't take long for the coach of North Texas to understand how intelligent of a football mind this young man had. That's sarcasm for anybody that didn't get it. No, but for real, just gonna have some fun. One of the most talented and cerebral quarterbacks he's known. And now he has him secured as an offensive coordinator. And now we're going to see where his career goes after that. I'm obviously in control. I suck at the game, so bully me all you'd like. We're going to run the Cincinnati offense. I was scrolling through and I like Cincy's offense. I've never really ran it before. I like to run Louisiana Tech's offense, which sounds weird, I know. Obviously a big fan of Oregon's playbook because it's broken most of the time. So we're going to switch it up. We're going to run Cincinnati, new kind of style. Kind of the style of football, like it's got some I formation, some single back, pistol, shotgun, a little bit of everything that I actually like to run when I make a playbook. On defense, we're just going to run 4-3 because I'm boring. I suck at defense. You won't see me playing defense. That's why we're going to be an OC. And then just see where the journey goes from here. Let's get it started. Why wait? Why keep waiting? I think I've wasted enough time. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're going to get into Season 1. I'm not sure how far into Season 1 we'll get quite yet. We'll kind of play it as we go. Well, it's a video game. We're going to play it as it goes. But we'll kind of see where it goes. And, yeah. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. This should be awesome. I'm very excited. This series has got the mind going as far as ideas for down the road. So keep your eye out for some other series that might sprout up because of this. Alright, real quick, here's the settings. I did turn injuries and fatigue off. That's just stuff that I think makes the game boring. I'm just here to have fun, honestly. Yeah, I'm playing on varsity. Bully me. I don't care. And then everything's set to 50. Normal progression rate with no points, obviously. Yeah. Conferences, I just spent 20 minutes putting them all correctly. They are all right now. That's the one thing about them. Revamped thing is the conferences aren't set, and I never really noticed that until just recently, so go me. Here we go. Begin the conference. The conference, the dynasty, whatever. And you already know where we're going, buddy. North Texas, offensive coordinator. We have a 3-year contract with a 5-target win, which would match their best record in, the last, since 04. So 7 years, or almost 10 years in game. Oh, hey, we get an upgrade to start. Alright, cool. We're going to put that towards up-tempo, even though it really doesn't matter. Fine. We'll put it on ball security, actually. Alright, recruiting board. Probably just skip through this and end up voicing it over. See what we can find. I'd only do this just because you never know. Obviously, nobody interested from the Spark 100. However, low lock guys better watch out or they're going to end up at North Texas. Alright, cool. I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, so here's our recruiting board for now. We have Dustin Lawrence, Josh Brown, Tommy Snyder, Jamal Herron. Not sure. I'm going to finish scouting these guys week 1 and kind of see what we have here. We need safeties, so I'm looking at this Jimmy Henley and Chris Hines. I think Hines is going to end up beating him out. They're both, well, yeah, he's pipeline. He's not, so we'll see, because right now, obviously, he's only half scouted, so he might be worth looking at still. Devin Mead, quarterback from Texarkana, waiting to see, again, throw power and accuracy. And then we've got some centers, Joe Davenport, a JUCO guy, Michael Lewis, and then James Arnold, Nick Reyes, and William Gandy. We need a defensive tackle. Looking at 2 JUCO guys. I love JUCO guys to start with in a thing like this, where you're at a lower ranked school. JUCO guys, always prime targets. Redshirt, probably just going to redshirt pretty much any freshman we have. I don't know how long we're going to be here. Definitely offensive linemen are going to be redshirted. Wow, the offensive line does not look good. Obviously, it's realistic too. Yikes. We are not looking good. Austin Ayun. Really, neither quarterback is very good. We're going to have to make a decision on starting QB. I think we're going to go with Reuter, but that might change. We're going to start looking elsewhere for a quarterback, though. I like scramblers, but I like athletes more. 85 and 77 as a freshman. We might just end up starting Case and Martin. Awareness is awful, but he's like these two combined. So we might just go with Martin to start the season. Not quite sure yet. Give me some time to think. I'll redshirt this freshman running back. We're obviously going to run the ball a little bit more. A lot of receivers. Really not sure what direction to go yet with this team. It's a weird situation we're sitting in right now. Obviously, first year here. But excited. Two young freshman corners. Not big on Upton Stout, 5'9". I don't really think height plays that big a difference, but I like to think it does. I like to recruit big corners. Mikhail Sanders, gonna need to be huge in the back end of that defense. And two freshmen strong safeties. So we might back out on one of the frees and just move one of those young guys over to strong. Tough choice though. So we have Kason Martin, redshirt sophomore. His awareness is so bad that it makes me not want to start him. Just because I'd rather start Ayun or Reuter. But I mean, 77 speed with 90 acceleration, 90 agility. That's just as good as the other guys. He's a little faster than Reuter and Ayun. Break tackle's not quite as good, but the arm talent's there. 85 throw power, 77 accuracy. He's got the same throw power and accuracy as Reuter, but he's got better throw power than Ayun, and his accuracy is really not that much worse. My main goal is just to not get fired. So I think we're going to take the risk. We're going to start Martin and see what happens. Kind of a weak offensive line. We're going to try and run the ball. I don't think it's going to happen. Wow, what a schedule. Oh my goodness. Game 3 against number 5 Georgia. That might be one we play, just because tough game. We can play it. It'll still be tough, even though we're playing on varsity. I might bump it up to All-American at some point, if it starts to get too easy. But yeah, that's the squad for now. I will take a look around. Once we get into week 1, we'll take a look around the nation and see what's going on. Alright, there you see it. North Texans season in the hands of Shorter. I believe that's our safety, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. That might be our running back. That's our free safety, though. No, that's Sanders. Gaddy. Uh-oh. That's our... Ha! It's our running back. No, it's not. Who the heck? Oh, it's our receiver. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Jair? Oh, Jair Shorter, 6'2" junior receiver. Hopefully we'll get some transfers. That's what I did a North Texas rebuild one time. Oh, not really rebuild. I started at North Texas as a career thing. But yeah, Kason Martin, sophomore, redshirt quarterback, our starter. What are the top stories? No team looking forward to knock off Oklahoma at home. Number 2 to start the nation for the Sooners. Georgia and Clemson, number 3 and 5. This is all accurate to the beginning of this year, I believe. That should be a great game. Notre Dame's number 9, Mr. Everything. Mayer's big playability could land the Fighting Irish a national championship. Michael Mayer, big tight end. Stellar defense, out to prove Alabama. Out to prove defense wins championship. They might win themselves one. I think they play Monday, the 10th. Yeah, the 10th. Bama, Georgia. Pitt and Florida State. First conference game of the year. Seminoles and the Panthers. And this guy, Christian Harris. Beast. LSU, man amongst boys. Ricks and the Tigers defense have fans excited about 2013 in Baton Rouge. Eli Ricks, Derek Stingley Jr. Man, oh man, the hype that Clemson had coming into this season. Intimidating fortress out of Death Valley. Yeah, they've got a tough schedule for the most part. Tough first couple weeks. And again, I mean, Miami ended up being a dud at the beginning of the year in real life, so we'll see what happens there. No scores. Obviously, the polls, we're not going to be anywhere. Bama. right there. Any notable team? North Carolina, team that could sim pretty well, honestly. Don't remember. It's been a while, well, it hasn't been a while since I've done a dynasty, but it's been a while since I paid attention to North Carolina. USC, another team that just absolutely flopped this year. Indiana, same thing. Michael Penix Jr. Texas was a letdown. I think they were not good in the Big 12 this year, and it sucks. Not a huge Texas fan. I'm a Michigan fan, but I do like Texas. I like to watch some Big 12 football. 3-6 this year in conference. Yeah, expected better than that from them. They ended up being a huge statement win for LSU 2 years ago when Burrow won the Natty. That Texas team, Sam Ehlinger, and I was a big Sam Ehlinger fan. Wanted to see them do well. Arizona State, 25th. Herm Edwards led Arizona State. Pac-12 is going to be tough. A lot of good teams there. Conference outlook. Where do they think? They got us finishing 5th. Not surprised. Not the best. Obviously, we're not the best team here. UTSA, they're stacked. That team is stacked for a 1-star. I started there once. Heisman watch. They have Kyle McCord, freshman quarterback from Ohio State. Wow. None of these guys are going to play. They're all freshmen. They're all yeah, they're all sitting behind the starters. Interesting. I think that's one of the revamp things. Those are the players that got taken and moved to, that are supposed to be the player models for the players that are, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. All-American first team, Spencer Rattler, BJ Robinson, Kyron Williams, Breece Hall, man, what a stud, Breece Hall, Mechie, Justin Ross, Olave, through and through, Thayer Munford, Kayvon Thibodeau, Will Anderson Jr. I'm a Michigan fan. I love Aiden Hutchinson, but man, Will Anderson Jr. is a beast. To the best there are. Can't wait to see this guy get drafted. Derek Stingley Jr., Kyle Hamilton, Cade York, kicker. Jake Moody got screwed. Sam Howell, monster, absolute beast of a quarterback for UNC. That's why I think they'll be decent. Some good stats. 86 power, only 80 accuracy is kind of shocking, but only a junior. Keyshawn Butte, seen him play, I think one time this year I watched an LSU game, but that dude's a monster. Garrett Wilson, saw him, obviously, pretty good. He's alright. For an Ohio State guy, he's okay. Aiden Hutchinson, the man. Myth, legend. Dante Stills, one of the Stills brothers from West Virginia. Beast. And that's your second team, all NCAA. Do we have... it's a good question. Do we have anybody? I think we're Conference USA. We are. Our center, Manessy Mose. And then Devontae McCray on the defensive side. Gonna need him to ball out this year. Really set the tone in the middle of the defense. Those are our two first-team guys. And our tight end, Jason Pirtle. Nobody else. Oh, just kidding. That's a lie. Roderick Brown, pass rushing, defensive. Why does it say D-tackle? Why is he an outside linebacker? You know, I'm not even gonna... Not gonna judge. I'm not even gonna judge. Championship contenders, obviously not us. 105. 105th. Could be worse. Obviously, no toughest place to play. We have a bye week one. We'll just sim through it, set up some recruiting stuff, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so we cut our board. We got rid of the safety. I don't even remember his name. If I leave it as a compilation, you might see it. But we're going to try and go after Chris Hines. 66 overall. Play rec's a little weak, but tackle and hit power are really good. Pursuit's really good. I love good pursuit guy. 83 excel, 79 or 83 speed, 79 acceleration. And we have a good bonus on him, so hopefully... I tried to even it out points-wise, except for... And I like to keep things even. as in ending in zeros for the most part. That way I can keep track of all my stuff. Dustin Lawrence could be a pretty good guy for us down the line. 65 overall, 72 tackle, 64 play recs. Again, kind of weak. You want a good middle linebacker who can read a lot of stuff. But Tommy Snyder, plus 10, gem, pumped. Hopefully we can get him 3-star tackle from Louisiana. That would be huge, along with Jamal Herron, 68 overall. Is that plus 6 overall? So that's huge for the outside. Possible. I mean, Snyder could be a tackle of the future, and Herron could be a top level tackle for us also going forward. Devin Mead, not sure what to do here. 80 throw power is not great, but it's better than nothing. 67 accuracy. He's probably going to get cut from the recruiting board. We'll find a quarterback later. Joe Davenport, JUCO, gem, huge. 67 overall, Michael Lewis, freshman center. If we can get Davenport, that gives us a year or two. I don't remember if he's a sophomore or a junior, but it gives us a year or two to get Lewis. And then the 3 defensive tackles, Gandy ended up being a gem, so we're probably going to have no shot at him. But Reyes, an 80 overall JUCO guy. I think he's a junior, and then I think Arnold was a sophomore. Really good power moves there. Not really any great power finesse moves from Arnold, but 81 block shedding, then 76 play rec, 85 block shed from Reyes, 82 power moves from Gandy, 77 block shed in the middle. That'd be awesome to have. We'll just have to see what happens, let it all shake out. On to week 2. Found a gem ×4. Woohoo. We have Ohio this week. Corso's picking Ohio, because of Corso he is. Insert rim shot there, and yes, I hate myself. So we have 500 points. It's going to be a dogfight for Lawrence. We're going to give him, did we go up? Or, yeah, it's Texas State gained 100 on us, so we'll do that. Tommy Snyder, Tulane gained 85 on us. We'll offer him a scholarship. I know it's early and I'll probably get yelled at, but I offered everybody scholarships pretty much that I want. So, yeah. Devin Mead, he's not going to make the cut. I thought about it. He's just not going to make it. We'll have to find an athlete. Nobody's recruiting Gandy, so we're going to throw all our points at him, offer him a scholarship. This is why I love recruiting JUCO guys, because they don't get very much attention, and they should. Because you find some ballers that are JUCO in the lead in Davenport. We can try. I don't think we're going to get Michael Lewis. If we get too far out, I'll back out and go find people that we can get. Chris Hines, shockingly, nobody's recruiting him. Josh Brown, nobody recruiting. Herron, nobody recruiting. And then, obviously, Snyder, we might get lucky. Get away with one. So, we're going to try and find a new quarterback. I'll let you know if I find anything or any athletes. And then we'll sim through week 1 and see how we play against Ohio. Oh, 0-1. Tough loss. 5-point loss to Ohio. They got out early on us, and we just couldn't get it done. Just 200 yards rushing. Only threw the ball 20 times, which obviously is ideal, but they ran it 46 times on us for 170, as you can see. Whoa, wow, what a rough start to the season. Obviously, Kason Mitchell might not be the correct option at quarterback. We're going to stick with it, see what happens. Vanderbilt's going to come in and spoil the party for Nick Reyes, I think. But that's okay. We'll stick with James Arnold. Unless... no, they already offered him a scholarship. So, we might be out on Reyes. I'm going to hold on another week and see what happens. Davenport, we're way in the lead for. We have some visits to do. Herron and Hines. I think we're out in front on Hines pretty decently. We'll schedule that for FIU, and that'll be a game that we plan on playing for now. I didn't even check how out in front of Herron we were. Pretty good. So that's a good visit, I think. We're Tulane might be giving up on Tommy Snyder. Maybe. That would be nice. Although we do have the 70-point advantage on them. Josh Brown. Shoot him almost said shoot him a friend request. Shoot him scholarship offer. I don't think we're going to get Michael Lewis, which is not ideal. What do we need to... Playing time? Academic prestige, so not anything we can really affect. The search will continue. We're going to still try and find a quarterback. Might wait a couple more weeks before we try and low lock anybody, but I'm going to look for... I guess I'll take the time and look for a quarterback. See what we can find. Alright. Found some quarterbacks. I will save them for the next episode. We're going to simulate through this Memphis game, and then I will call it wraps for episode 1 of the Gutter to Glory. We'll take a quick look through the ESPN magazine for this week. Bama, conference opener against A&M, the game they lost in real life. Jimbo Fisher beat Nick Saban. Clemson, oh, they beat Georgia? What? Clemson, so Clemson beats Georgia. Where did Georgia fall to? Georgia falls all the way to 12. I didn't even think to check that. They beat South Carolina last week. Anybody else? Obviously, nobody up here got upset. All the top 25 teams won last week. Who got dropped? Oh, wrong button. Dropped out. Iowa and LSU, so LSU might have lost. But Georgia, that's a big shakeup. They lose to Clemson. Again, a game in real life that Clemson lost. So Bama A&M is going to be a huge matchup this week. And then we're CJ Verdell. We're just waiting. We're going to wait. It's going to take a while before everybody funnels into the Heisman race, apparently. With the other guys not playing. But anybody... I know none of our guys won Player of the Week, but I can't read that text. KJ Jefferson for Arkansas and Isaiah Assisna, I don't know. Tackle, 3 assisted, 2 picks for Nevada. All right, let's see what happens. Memphis, week 2. Corso is probably going to be picking them. They are much better than we are. They have yet to play a game. We're 0-1. Rush offense is number 40 in the nation. We're going to see. We're going to let the growing pains happen at the moment. But we're not going to leave the leash too long for Kason Martin. Wow, we got destroyed. Not by Georgia. We're probably going to get destroyed by Georgia. I'm going to play that game in the next episode. Memphis killed us 45-14. We played awful. Couldn't run the ball. Obviously couldn't throw the ball. 2 touchdowns but 2 picks. 2 for 12 on 3rd down is disgusting. We gave up 366 passing yards. That's not on me. I'm not the defensive coordinator. So, kind of a rough situation we're in here. We're going to turn that up. And depth chart. Kason Martin, we gave you a shot, but we're going to go with Jace Reuter back as QB1 with Austin Ayun right there if Reuter missteps. So I don't think it's going to be, obviously I don't think it's going to be good going forward. None of our quarterbacks are very good. So we're kind of in between a rock and hard place here, but we got to try and make something happen. I don't want to get fired season 1. That would not be cool. Seth Luttrell and the gang not happy. Try and keep the players focused. I'm going to try my best. Currently 116th out of 126. Oh, points per game is 14. Not good. Anyways, Georgia looms next with some big recruiting opportunities here. So that's where we'll start next video. Week 4, North Texas takes on Georgia. Hopefully we find some quarterbacks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Tell your friends all that jazz. And I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you later. Peace.